You're telling me they uploaded your dad's consciousness into a server? Like, he's in the cloud now? Yeah, I mean, not just a backup. He talks, he remembers. He even gets mad at me like he used to. That's insane. But is it actually him? Or just a simulation? I don't know. He knows everything he did before he died. He calls my mom every morning. He even gave me advice on my job. Feels real to me. But he's not in his body. He's just data. So what? Your memories, your thoughts, aren't they just data stored in your brain? Yeah, but my brain is me. And his consciousness is still him. Isn't that what matters? Or maybe he's just a ghost in a machine, pretending to be alive. For centuries, humans have dreamed of transcending the limits of the body. From ancient myths of immortality to modern science fiction, the idea of preserving the mind beyond death has fascinated us. In the mid-20th century, computer scientist John von Neumann speculated that the human brain could one day be replicated digitally. Later, futurists like Ray Kurzweil popularized the concept of mind uploading, envisioning a future where consciousness could be transferred to a digital medium. But the desire to cheat death isn't new. Ancient Egyptians preserved bodies and personal belongings, believing the soul could continue in the afterlife. Buddhist and Hindu traditions suggest reincarnation, a transfer of consciousness into a new body. Even in the 21st century, cryonics offers a physical form of preservation, freezing bodies in the hope of future revival. But with digital consciousness on the horizon, are we finally approaching true immortality? The idea of uploading consciousness has sparked intense debate among the public. Some see it as the ultimate technological breakthrough, a way to live forever, free from the constraints of biology. Billionaires fund research into digital immortality, hoping to escape death. Tech companies promise a future where memories, thoughts, and personalities can be preserved indefinitely. But skepticism remains. Critics argue that a digital copy is just that, a copy, not the original person. If a person's consciousness is uploaded while they are still alive, which version should be considered the real one? Meanwhile, ethicists warn of the risks. Some fear that an uploaded mind could be controlled or manipulated in ways we can't yet predict. Philosophers and scientists have long debated the nature of consciousness and identity. René Descartes, the father of dualism, argued that the mind and body are separate, suggesting that a consciousness might exist independently of the physical form. If this is true, uploading a mind into a machine could preserve the essence of a person. On the other hand, John Locke believed that personal identity is tied to memory. According to his theory, as long as a digital copy retains the memories and experiences of a person, it could still be considered them. However, philosopher Derek Parfit challenged this idea, introducing the concept of psychological continuity. He argued that identity is not fixed, but rather a series of connected mental states. A perfect copy of a person might feel like the original, but whether it remains the same individual is a different question. Neuroscientists approach the issue differently. Giulio Tononi, a leading researcher in consciousness studies, proposed the integrated information theory, which suggests that true consciousness arises from the complex interconnectivity of the brain. If this theory is correct, a digital upload may replicate thoughts and emotions, but might lack genuine subjective experience. Without a biological brain, an upload could function like a person, but never truly feel anything. Psychologists also weigh in. Carl Jung described the concept of the self as something that develops through interaction with the unconscious mind and social influences. A digital consciousness might retain past experiences, but if it no longer evolves through real-world interactions, it may stagnate over time. Harvard psychologist Daniel Wegner's research on the illusion of free will suggests that even if an uploaded mind believes it is making independent choices, its actions might be entirely determined by its programming. Nick Bostrom, a philosopher known for his work on artificial intelligence, argues that if we ever succeed in creating conscious digital beings, we must also consider their rights. Would an uploaded person be a legal entity? Could it own property, vote, or have autonomy over its existence? These ethical concerns challenge our fundamental understanding of what it means to be human. Ultimately, whether an uploaded consciousness is truly you depends on how we define identity. Some argue it lies in the continuity of memories, while others believe it is tied to subjective experience or something deeper that remains beyond our comprehension. Scientific research on consciousness uploading is still in its early stages, but several studies and experiments provide insights into its feasibility. Neuroscientists have made progress in mapping the brain's neural connections, known as the connectomy. The Human Connectomy Project and similar initiatives aim to create a detailed map of the brain's billions of neurons and their interactions. Some researchers believe that if every neural connection could be replicated digitally, a person's mind could, in theory, be reconstructed in a virtual environment. A notable experiment in this field was conducted on the nematode worm Caenorhabditis elegans, an organism with a simple neural structure of only 302 neurons. Scientists successfully mapped its neural connections and uploaded them into a digital simulation, allowing a virtual version of the worm to behave like the original. While this is a far cry from replicating a human mind, it represents a proof of concept for digital consciousness. Advancements in brain-computer interfaces further contribute to this research. Companies like Neuralink and Synchron are developing implantable devices that can record and stimulate brain activity. These technologies already enable paralyzed patients to control external devices with their thoughts. If such interfaces become sophisticated enough to transfer all neural activity into a digital medium, the foundation for mind uploading could be laid. However, some studies suggest that simply copying brain structure may not be enough. Theories of consciousness, such as integrated information theory, propose that subjective experience arises from the way information is processed, not just from neural connections. If this is true, an uploaded consciousness might lack true awareness, even if it behaves identically to the original person. A related concern arises from split brain experiments, where patients with severed corpus callosums exhibit two separate streams of consciousness within the same brain. This suggests that consciousness is not necessarily tied to a single continuous entity, but can be divided. If a person's mind is uploaded, would it create a single conscious self or multiple independent versions? The ethical implications of these experiments are profound. If an uploaded mind is conscious, it could experience emotions, desires, and suffering. Researchers at Oxford's Future of Humanity Institute warn that without proper safeguards, digital consciousness could be exploited, trapped in endless loops, or even subjected to digital torture. As technology progresses, regulations may be necessary to ensure that artificial consciousness, if it emerges, is treated with the same moral considerations as biological life. While current research shows promising advancements, true mind uploading remains speculative. Neuroscientists, AI researchers, and philosophers continue to explore whether a digital consciousness would be a genuine extension of the self or merely an imitation of life. If consciousness uploading becomes a reality, it could lead to unforeseen problems. One major concern is identity theft on an entirely new level. If someone's mind can be copied, what prevents bad actors from duplicating or altering a person's digital self? Hackers could manipulate uploaded minds, rewriting memories, or even taking control of someone's consciousness. Another issue is the potential for digital immortality to become a curse rather than a blessing. Would an uploaded person have the right to end their existence, or would they be trapped indefinitely? If a company owns the servers where minds are stored, could they control or exploit digital beings for profit? If consciousness uploading becomes possible, safeguards must be established to protect digital minds. One approach is legal recognition of uploaded individuals as autonomous entities, ensuring they have rights over their own existence. Ethical guidelines would need to prevent forced replication, unauthorized modifications, or exploitation by corporations. Additionally, a decentralized storage system could prevent any single entity from having complete control over an uploaded consciousness. Advanced encryption and security protocols would be necessary to protect digital minds from hacking or manipulation. While these measures won't solve every issue, they could help prevent the most immediate dangers of a digital afterlife. As the possibility of consciousness uploading comes closer to reality, society must confront difficult questions. If a person is uploaded, are they still the same individual or just a replica? Should digital minds have the same rights as biological humans? Additionally, if technology allows for immortality, would it be ethical for some to live forever while others face natural death? Would governments regulate consciousness transfers, or could it become a privilege reserved only for the wealthy? These questions remain open, challenging our understanding of identity, morality, and the future of human existence.